The Canadiens just delivered a cap shock that sent ripples through the NHL. Montreal has made a bold cap decision that few saw coming. They are now actively working to move a massive $10.5 million contract. The implications for team flexibility are serious and immediate. Reports confirm a new frontrunner has emerged in the race to take on the deal. The Montreal Canadiens are in active talks to move the contract of Carey Price. According to reports, the contract carries a cap hit of $10.5 million. Carey Price has not played since the 2021 to 2022 season. His career has been put on hold due to a knee injury that required surgery. Despite not playing, his contract remains on the books for the Canadiens. The Canadiens already paid out a $5.5 million signing bonus to Price on July 1st. This payment was scheduled as part of the contract structure. With that bonus now complete, the remaining value of the deal is much smaller in real money, but the cap hit remains high at $10.5 million. This makes his contract attractive for teams looking to reach the salary cap floor without taking on large real cash commitments. The San Jose Sharks have been identified as a frontrunner in these talks. Pennsburg reported that the Canadiens' intention is to offload the contract to create greater cap flexibility for the coming seasons. This would free Montreal to make additional roster adjustments as they continue their rebuild. The Canadiens have already made significant roster changes in recent months. Defenseman Noah Dobson was acquired from the New York Islanders in a major trade. He was then signed to an 8-year contract extension worth $9.5 million annually. This move secured a top defenseman for the long term, but also added considerable salary commitments to the payroll. Moving Price's contract would give Montreal additional room to structure its roster around younger stars such as Nick Suzuki, Cole Caulfield, and Lane Hutson. It also provides space for the entry of Ivan Demidov, who joined the Canadiens this season after winning both Rookie of the Year and MVP honors in the KHL. The deal was structured with heavy signing bonuses. The latest of those, $5.5 million, has already been paid. That makes the remaining money less significant to an acquiring team. But under league rules, the cap hit of $10.5 million remains constant. This has made Price's contract one of the most discussed in current NHL trade rumors. The San Jose Sharks are in a position where they need to reach the salary cap floor. By taking on Price's deal, they can satisfy that requirement without spending the same amount in real dollars. Reports state that the Canadiens are willing to attach additional assets to move the contract. These assets may include draft picks or prospects. The importance of this transaction lies in what it does for Montreal's flexibility. With the $10.5 million hit removed, they would have more space to extend current players, sign new talent, or absorb contracts in future trades. Montreal's front office has been reshaping the roster steadily. Last season, the Canadiens posted a 40-31-11 record. They returned to the playoffs, but were eliminated in the first round. Nick Suzuki led the team in scoring with 82 points. Rookie defenseman Lane Hutson won the Calder Trophy after an outstanding debut season. Cole Caulfield added 34 goals. Price's contract includes a no-movement clause. This means that any trade must be approved. However, since he is no longer active, the focus is primarily on cap management rather than playing considerations. The Canadiens are now seeking to use the same mechanism to clear Price's contract. The discussions with San Jose are ongoing. Reports suggest that a deal could be finalized in the coming days. For Canadiens fans, Price remains a franchise icon. He led the team to the Stanley Cup Final in 2021. He is remembered as one of the greatest goalies in team history. But the present reality is financial. The $10.5 million cap hit restricts Montreal's ability to maneuver. The move to shift this contract marks a significant step in the team's rebuild. The Canadiens have positioned themselves with a core of young talent. Suzuki, Caulfield, Hutson, and Demidov are central to that plan. Dobson now anchors the defense with his new 8-year deal. The removal of Price's contract would allow management to continue shaping the roster around this young group. The transaction is being watched closely around the league. San Jose is seen as the most likely partner, but other teams could enter the discussions. The timing, right after the latest bonus payment, makes the contract easier to move. With Price's playing career effectively over, the trade is about cap space and financial structure. This makes the Canadiens' decision one of the most significant cap moves of the current offseason.
We get to Connor Bedard at number 8, former teammate of Patty Maroon's. At this desk, we watched the World Juniors. That guy had a touchdown against Germany. True story. He had 7 points in one game. He had 23 in the tournament, most ever by a Canadian-born player, and we know how special World Juniors is to Team Canada. As his teammate, you not only helped him mature, but if you look at this, watch this feed 77, off you go.
A shocking announcement dropped in late August 2025. The NHL Network ranked its top 25 players under 25. Connor Bedard landed at number 8.
Top 25 players born this quarter century, and you can see that we have progressed all the way to the top 10, the best of the best, the elite among this young and talented group of players. At 10, it's Matt Boldy of the Minnesota Wild, Adam Fantilli, 9, Connor Bedard, Chicago Blackhawks, 8.
Social media lit up. Fans flooded posts calling it an absolute joke. The move shocked hockey fans around the world. This moment has become the story of the offseason. It happened at the end of August 2025. The NHL Network released its official ranking of the 25 best NHL players under age 25. Connor Bedard, the Chicago Blackhawks center, came in at number 8. The announcement immediately caused turmoil across social media. The ranking positioned Rasmus Dahlin of the Buffalo Sabres at number 1. He leads all 21st century-born players with 277 career assists and 360 career points. Dahlin has played 509 games and logged 11,844 minutes of ice time, ranking first in those categories. He registered 68 points, 17 goals, 51 assists in the 2024-25 season and earned a +20 rating at even strength. Connor Bedard ranked number 8. He notched 67 points in 82 games, 23 goals, 44 assists during the 2024-25 season. He followed a strong rookie campaign in 2023-24 when he earned 61 points in 68 games and won the Calder Memorial Trophy. Social media reaction was immediate. One fan wrote, "Absolute joke. Bedard at 8? Michkov that low is ridiculous." Another user declared, "The Connor Bedard hate is hilarious. No chance he's 8th, ha 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 ha." Other responses questioned the criteria. Based off what? Lol. What has Bedard done? That user added a note pointing to Bedard's 128 points in 150 NHL games so far. Additional criticism addressed the quality of the ranking overall. One post stated, "I think this might get the cake as the worst list of the offseason guys." Another said, "How does NHL Network continuously embarrass themselves?" Analysis appeared quickly. Many noted that several players ranked above Bedard had playoff experience or more seasons in the NHL. Bedard's Blackhawks did not make the 2025 playoffs. That absence may have contributed to his lower placement. Connor Bedard's early career includes multiple high-prestige accomplishments. He was selected first overall in the 2023 NHL Draft. He won the Calder Trophy in 2024. In his WHL junior career, Bedard earned awards such as Jim Piggott Memorial Trophy, Bob Clark Trophy, and 4 Broncos Memorial Trophy. He also earned CHL Top Scorer and Player of the Year and was named an All-Star. Internationally, he was MVP at the World Junior Championships and earned IIHF Male Player of the Year in 2023. His combined NHL totals include 128 points over 150 games, 45 goals, 83 assists. In the 2024-25 season, Bedard recorded 67 points. Rasmus Dahlin's dominance stands in contrast, with his 68 points as a defenseman and a leading role in ice time and assists. There was no detailed explanation from NHL Network on ranking methodology. Fans speculated that playoff performance, overall experience, and positional value may have played roles in Bedard's placement. Some analysts reference that Bedard's absence from postseason games could lower his perceived value versus players like Hughes or Stützle, who have playoff history. Dahlin's ranking at number 1 came in conjunction with his strong career statistics and leadership role. Jack Hughes and Tim Stützle, ranked 2 and 3, delivered productive seasons. Hughes had a significant goal share before shoulder surgery, and Stützle led his team in points and assists, including playoff contribution. Macklin Celebrini, a former first overall pick, scored 63 points in 70 games. He ranked 5th among under-25 players. Wyatt Johnston delivered 71 points and played every game for Dallas. He ranked 7th ahead of Bedard. Adam Fantilli logged 54 points after injury recovery. Matt Boldy delivered 73 points with 10 game winners. All of these names together show the crowded field of top young NHL talent. The online reaction lingered. The phrase "absolute joke" circulated widely, representing a collective dismissal of Bedard's ranking. That response is consistent with previous offseason rankings. Similar lists sparked outrage. Critics framed this as yet another misstep by NHL Network. Bedard's placement at number 8 stands as a surprising data point against his record of achievement. Dahlin's top placement speaks to sustained performance and production. The ranking list provides fact-based ordering from Dahlin at number 1 to Matthew Knies at number 25. The gap between fan expectations and the ranking exposes challenges of weighing rookies and seasoned players. No further statement has emerged from NHL Network to address the backlash. The ranking remains published, and fan commentary continues collecting across social platforms. This moment highlights how a single list release can generate headlines, debate, and lasting attention.
I think we just, need to take steps as individuals. We're a super young team. We got a lot of guys, and I think that's exciting. Just, we all have so much room to grow, and personally, I can take a step in my game, and all these guys they're starting their careers or a couple years in, take another step. We're going to make it tough on teams, and that's our goal. And
Connor Bedard has made a shocking announcement that no one expected. With the 2025-26 season fast approaching, the 19-year-old Phenom's future in Chicago is now in doubt. His latest comments have left fans, reporters, and analysts reeling. Could this be the end of his time with the Blackhawks? Stay tuned as we break down what just happened and what this means for the future of Bedard and the Blackhawks.
It's an Olympic year, obviously. How much of a motivation is that for you? Open everyone's eyes and say, hey, I'm still here and I want to be on the Olympic team.
Connor Bedard's rise to stardom has been nothing short of spectacular. The young forward, who was selected first overall by the Chicago Blackhawks in the 2023 NHL Draft, quickly became the face of the franchise. In his rookie season, Bedard wasted no time making an impact, racking up 61 points and winning the Calder Trophy as the league's best rookie. By his second season, he was already producing at an elite level with 67 points in 82 games. But as the 2025-26 season approaches, everything has changed. Despite his individual success, the Blackhawks have struggled as a team. After finishing last in the Central Division for 2 straight years, the organization is still in the midst of a rebuilding process. With Bedard entering the final year of his entry-level contract, many have begun to wonder, what's next for the young superstar? In a recent announcement, Bedard broke his silence and revealed exactly what everyone feared. Connor Bedard's contract situation has been a topic of intense speculation. As the first overall pick in 2023, Bedard signed a 3-year entry-level contract with the Blackhawks, which is set to expire at the end of the 2025-2026 season. This means that Bedard is eligible to sign an extension with the Blackhawks starting on July 1st, 2025. The team has expressed interest in keeping Bedard long-term, but the 19-year-old has yet to sign a new deal. In a recent interview, Blackhawks general manager Kyle Davidson confirmed that talks between the team and Bedard's camp have already begun. "We are talking, so I think that's an indicator of an openness to discuss," Davidson said. But while the team seems eager to extend Bedard, the future remains uncertain. In the interview, Davidson also made it clear that no contract extension has been finalized, and the timeline for an agreement is still unclear. The Blackhawks' direction and performance are also key factors in determining Bedard's future with the team. In the same interview, Davidson acknowledged that Bedard's decision to stay in Chicago would depend on the team's ability to build a competitive roster around him. While he has maintained a positive attitude, it's clear that Bedard wants to see the Blackhawks improve. In the same interview, he was asked about the team's future and said, "We're excited for that," referring to the hope that the team will turn things around. The frustration is understandable. Bedard is a generational talent, and he deserves to play on a team that can contend for a championship. Despite the Blackhawks' recent struggles, the team has made moves to improve its roster. During the offseason, the Blackhawks added key players, including forward Andrei Burakovsky from the Seattle Kraken and Sam Lafferty from the Buffalo Sabres. Additionally, the team signed top prospect Anton Frondell to a 3-year entry-level contract. These moves signal that the Blackhawks are serious about surrounding Bedard with more talent in the coming seasons. Bedard's dedication to the Blackhawks is clear. He has maintained a strong bond with the city and its fans, and he understands that rebuilding takes time. But the pressure is mounting, and Bedard's future may ultimately depend on whether the team can surround him with the pieces needed to win. As the 2025-26 season draws closer, the Chicago Blackhawks face some difficult decisions regarding their future and the future of their star player, Connor Bedard. If the team's performance does not improve and they remain at the bottom of the standings, Bedard may be forced to reconsider his options. A team with a generational talent like Bedard should be competitive, and if the Blackhawks cannot provide that, Bedard's loyalty to the franchise may be tested. However, if the Blackhawks can continue to build around Bedard and improve their roster, he may very well stay and become the centerpiece of a future championship team. It's clear that Bedard has the potential to lead the Blackhawks back to prominence, but the team must be committed to putting the right pieces in place. Regardless of what happens with his future in Chicago, Connor Bedard has already had a massive impact on the NHL. His extraordinary talent and work ethic have made him one of the most exciting players to watch in recent years. Bedard's debut season was historic, and he has continued to build on that success. His presence in the NHL has brought a renewed sense of excitement to the league, and the potential for him to lead a team to a championship in the future is a compelling storyline for hockey fans everywhere. With the 2025-26 season fast approaching, the future of Connor Bedard and the Chicago Blackhawks remains uncertain. Bedard's announcement has left fans and analysts questioning what comes next for the young star. The team's performance in the coming seasons will play a significant role in Bedard's decision, and only time will tell whether the Blackhawks can build a team around him that is capable of competing for a Stanley Cup. One thing is clear: Connor Bedard is a generational talent, and wherever he goes, he will make an impact. The next chapter in his career promises to be one of the most exciting in NHL history.
I'd like to officially request a trade to the Toronto Maple Leafs.
This just happened. After weeks of silence, Connor McDavid finally spoke. His words were clear. The rumors didn't stop. Toronto's name came up again and again. McDavid didn't say no. He didn't say yes. He just said what people didn't expect. Now fans, teams, and reporters are talking louder than ever. This all happened just days after the Oilers lost in the Stanley Cup final. Connor McDavid is the captain of the Edmonton Oilers. He's also one of the best hockey players in the world. Right now, he's in the news because of something he said and something he didn't say. It started after the Oilers lost in the 2025 Stanley Cup Final. They played hard but lost in 6 games to the Florida Panthers. They didn't win on their home ice. And once again, Canada did not get a Stanley Cup winner. That makes 32 years in a row. A few days after the loss, McDavid talked to the media. Reporters asked about his future. His contract ends in 2026. He's allowed to sign a new one now, but when asked, he said this: "It's only been a couple of days since the season ended. I'm going to take some time to regroup. I'm going to talk to my agent a little bit and family, but there's no rush on anything like that." There's no rush? That surprised people. Why? Because McDavid can sign a big new deal right now. Other players do that. They don't wait. But McDavid isn't signing yet, and he didn't say he would stay in Edmonton. Fans in Toronto noticed. So did NHL teams. So did the media. Some people now think he might leave Edmonton in 2026 and sign with the Maple Leafs. The talk got so loud that NHL insiders had to explain what was going on. Chris Johnston, a reporter, said there have been no talks yet between McDavid and the Oilers about a new contract. None. That's a fact.